Good morning, everybody who can see me. Sorry. I'm in the King's Copenhagen. Yeah. And I'm at the richest area. No, yeah. No. Yeah. Both yes and no. Actually, this house over there, um, you can't buy this house for money. This White House I live in. Um, the guy I live with, he pays 10 million point seven. 10 million point seven. That's about 2.3 million dollars for this house. For apartment, not a house. But it is a house when you go in there. It feels like a house. But I wonder. I hope Doc was on here. He's not at work. That motherfucker. It's morning where he's at. Wake up, Doc. You motherfucker, you. Sorry, it had to be like that. I'm outside. Sorry, I feel toasted, but actually, it's kind of funny. It's the richest place to live. It's insane what they cause this. I don't think you can buy this for money. I literally don't think you can buy this for money. Yeah, you can, but it's like 100 million or something like that. And that's like $50 million. No, $20 million. That's the only man I see with mask. Kind of funny. And it's a girl. Sorry, I'm coughing so much, but my lungs. I got a lung disease, and I'm not even ashamed of saying that, even though I'm smoking. But when I play a gig, the drummer and me talked about how insanely it was that both our women that we fucked with, that we were together with, was like uh, on another planet, you know, saying shit that's not true and painting pictures for friends and shit like that. Yeah, sometimes I was stoned. Yeah, at home. Yeah, I admit that. What's the harm in that? I was a stoner when she met me. But you see, but people would think I'm butthurt over my fucking wife, but ex-wife, but I'm not. I still call her my wife because I've been calling her that for 8 years or something, 7 years or 8 years, I don't know. But the most disgusting thing about it is disgusting thing about it is that now I live in this totally. I don't live, but I'm visiting my good old friend, and they have. She's just like a rock. She's very nice. She she's kind of like my ex, but not at all. You know what I mean? She is a certified nurse. She's actually, what do you call that? I don't know, but she's a nurse. And there's actually a nurse in there who knows me from. She worked at the Rigshospitalet. That's a very fine hospital, the finest in Denmark. She works there, and she's got a lot of. It's a birthday, and I wanted to smoke a spliff. I didn't know it was so. Hey Riley, how are you? I was just out. I have been grinding hard. And let me tell you, it's kind of fun playing with these educated musicians. I'm an educated musician, but in another way. Uh, these people, they play so fucking good that they don't have to practice. Yeah, yeah, I'm feeling. No, I feel like shit right now, but I can feel in my body that I'll feel better when I smoked a little spliff and seen a little of the Royal Copenhagen. You know, see here they got it's the Royal Danish. What the fuck do they call that? I don't know what it's called, but it's there. Oh, that's Royal Copenhagen Business School. Um, but it's filled with silver. What the fuck is it called? It's a silver mine. Now I can't find it. It's CBS. CBS, I'm not lying. I lived here once, many, many moons ago. Uh, where the fuck is the outlet? It's there. That's Gil Jensen. That's the Silver King in Denmark. He is rich, and this is the outlet. But I don't think you can get in there. No, you can't. Yeah, you can. See, it's standing on Chinese. What the fuck? We're in Copenhagen. What the fuck? Look, I'm not lying. There, because there's so many rich. I don't know if it's Japanese or Chinese. I don't know, but I think it's Chinese because they buy a lot of this. You see, Royal Copenhagen. You know what they're standing. Cover. That's for Her Majesty the Queen of Denmark. Guinness established in 1904. It's actually one of my friends, a hippie, who had a festival. Started very small, but it got big. And she was making her own jewelry. Then a motherfucker from here, he went and saw her jewelry, and he said, "Man, you want to make you know, a jewelry thing for this company?" And of course, she was like ecstatic. It's let me be honest, it's a crazy, crazy, crazy. It's a crazy building. They have so much silver in there. I was in there one time, and the silver. There's a silver small shop over here because people say buy silver and shit. And I'm thinking about it because Doc, he's totally into silver. But this gig I played yesterday, oh man, I was grinding like a motherfucker. I was an organ grinder. I was a drum grinder. I was playing all kind of instruments, and it was fun because we. I couldn't tape. There was a lot of people taping it. It was. Oh, they have hangover. I don't. I don't drink. But let me say, the beers that were there were like Riley. You should have been there, man. A Mandarin and Korean. You know that shit? Shit. Yeah, Mandarin. Okay. Crazy. But it is a crazy place, you know. But the beers, you know. Sorry, I'm just gonna turn this around. Um, Michael, he's like they like to be what they call it. They use a lot of money to these parties. I was playing to his 50th birthday. It was in. Don't tell me I lost my lighter. I want to kill myself. I didn't. Ha ha ha. But I still have light. But no, I played. They always hold these. It was like it was very. It was very nice. It was very nice. And let me say the music. There was this DJ called Catherine Ring. Katrine Rang is her name. She's a quite famous DJ here in Denmark. She was the DJ yesterday, and she have a big following. And she was talking about the birthday thing. Now everybody's running around without masks, and I'm not. I didn't take the jab. I'm not vaccinated, but it is what it is. Nobody, actually, if you don't say anything, because they want the corona pass here and there, and it was kind of difficult holding, being at that party without showing a virus test or a jab test or a jab vaccine test. But I was fine. People was fine, and there was no paranoia. People weren't even talking about it. It's like it never happened. It's kind of weird. Like 2 months ago, we could only be 10, 10 to a party. 10. She was telling us because she's quite famous. Everybody knows her. She have a big following. And she said she wanted to. There's a place called the Pump House. It's called Pumpehuset on Danish. That means something. It don't mean anything. Pump house, but they're pumping hard. But the thing is, she couldn't. Because of the restrictions, she could have 10 people there. 10, and that's 3 months ago. 10 people. What the fuck? Was it 4 or 5 months? I don't know. It was, yeah, 4 or 5 months ago. But it doesn't matter. It was just around the corner. You know what I mean? And everybody was wearing masks because everybody was sanitizing and being quiet. But the thing is, um, she took 20 there because she said if the police come, the first one who got here is going to stay here. The 11th one who came is the first one to go if there's going to be any problem. That was their deal because everybody had a corona test and everybody was fine because people was paranoid back then. And I understand that. But seeing how people are feeling great now, there's no paranoia. Nobody is discussing this disease. Everybody's just having a fucking ball, having a good time, and talking about having a good time. You see, playing a gig like that is I do more than just play a gig. I'm like born into this lifestyle. I've been a rock and roller since I was like fucking 5 years old or something like that. And to say the least, it's been in my blood. So what he can't buy for money is what I got. You know, there's something called, and I don't give a fuck. They call it X Factor or what the fuck they call it. It's called rock and roll in my book. If you got the eyes, you got the look, you got the on stage, you got the fire in your fucking eyes. Then it doesn't matter if it's a fucking party for one. If you go all in, like Marvin Gaye, these old strings, I'm like these old motherfuckers. And I like, I scream, I shout, I do everything. I can't hold still. I even don't know where the fuck I play the guitar at sometimes. But the funny thing is, this guy, Nicholas Compagnon, he's one of the most educated musicians I ever knew. He play, and it's not just playing piano, drums. No, no. He's playing drums like a drummer, like the best drummer I ever fucked with. He's playing the piano like a piano player, like one of the best piano players I ever fucked with. He's making music in Logic like one of the best motherfucker producers, and that's saying a lot. Because I've been with producers who play fucking produced Christina Aguilera. Uh, my own producer was, you remember Vanessa Williams, the old R&B singer and the actor? He made her. He made Eddie Murphy and all kind of weird shit. That's the guys I'm fucking around with. So they fuck with me because maybe I'm not in tune always. Maybe I don't sing like fucking yeah. I don't know. You know who I'm talking, Pavarotti. No, I don't want to sing like that. I don't really don't. No, I'm no Marvin Gaye. Let me be honest. But I am an Otis Redding. You know what I mean? In another way, Otis he went all in, and sometimes he wasn't in tune, but he actually was because he was so talented. But I go this way too. I take this route. I make the feeling how people feels, and I got so I got a lot of cards yesterday, and I got a lot of props from people with big businesses and shit like that who wanted to promote me, and that's cool. It's about networking, 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 networking. Newcomers, sorry, I'm not falling, and I even have glasses on. I say, ah, not righteous, yeah, he is one of the great of all time. But this Nicholas Campagnol, he's another story, man. But the funny thing is, we talked about he had a special drum kit with. It was a fucking nice to this place. We were playing in an old uh, building. It was it had a lot of history. I was down and reading it all. I should have made a fucking stream because it was fucking nice. It was all about Beatles playing there, Jimi Hendrix playing there, uh, Rolling Stones with Brian Jones standing high, smoking weed. Bob Dylan was writing something nice. Everybody was writing something nice about these people, and they were nice. Let me be honest. And then they wanted us to write, on this fucking book. And I was like, what? When I looked the names, Deep Purple, Hendrix, Marvin Gaye, Otis Redding. No, Otis wasn't there. Miles Davis, it was crazy. And then Mass Rasmus. I don't give a fuck, it is what it is. They're famous. They're just good. Bob Dylan ain't even that good, but he's good at writing his songs. That's what he's good at. But you know what I mean? I love Bob Dylan. He's one of my favorites of all time as a singer songwriter. Yeah, old menu. Yeah, Freddie Mercury. Yeah, Freddie is like King Freddie. You can't King Mercury. You can't you can't deny him the fucking crown. You can't deny him that. He was a queen, literally. But he was great. You're right there, Riley. You can't take that away from him. And if you watch Bohemian Rhapsody, I actually saw an interview, a documentary with that actor. He was going all in, and he was sitting beside Ed Sharon. That was fucking funny. And they were sitting in that Graham Norton show, and he said, and Graham Norton was sitting talking about. Oh, sorry, it's Sharon was talking about all the big stages, but then the guy who played Freddie Mercury in the Bohemian Rhapsody movie, he said to Ed Sharon, "Hey, have you played at Wembley in '85?" And it was right. He played at Wembley, and that was an eye opener for everybody in the world. That concert, particular that concert in particular, is one of the greatest concerts ever performed 15 minutes by a rock and roll band because they only had fucking 15 minutes. But you can see the whole thing in the movie. They're showing it quite good because Brian May has customized his own. Yeah, yeah, the guitar. He made his own fucking guitar. That's no doubt about that, Isaac. And but people don't know. People never talk about the drummer in the band. Yeah, they do, Tommy Lee and people like that. But that's because they're outraged in their fucking head. But this guy from Queen, he was actually writing songs. He's one of the most gifted choir singers. And you don't think about that. Queen was in a hole, and that's why they stopped. Without Freddie Mercury, there is no Queen. They tried, playing a couple of concerts with George Michael, and that worked, but it was not Queen. Roger Taylor, yeah, Roger Taylor, the drummer. I can't remember their name. Is he called Roger Taylor, bro? Is Roger Taylor the bass? I can't remember their fucking names. That's the thing with me. That was a little embarrassing yesterday because there were these. I don't recognize people. I don't. I don't think about people if they're famous. I don't give a fuck. People are people for me. If they shit, they sleep, they eat. It's the same for me if they work like there were one. He played with the Royal Symphonic, orchestra, and that's quite big. I must admit that. I was like when he said it. But again, it is what it is. It's just a job for him. It's nothing else. And again, and that's what I wanted to say. This for me, it's also a job, but it's not just a job. That's the difference between me and a guy like that. You see, they go to school and get educated and educated and educated. Where I get educated in rock and roll, I drank whiskey until I couldn't talk anymore. That's how you get a whiskey voice. You don't get a whiskey voice by sitting and singing all the time. Some have it. No, nobody have it as a natural gift. Actually, the whiskey voice. That's something you get along the way. But I was always kind of. But that was because I was sick. I had a knot. What the fuck you call it? I don't know what you call it in English, but something sitting. Your vocal. You know, had to do like uh, they have to go together totally. Um, but if they don't, if they're sitting something, a little lump or something in the middle, they can't go together, and that's what they give the very Jack Daniels kind of sound. But if you're sick, you have to get it removed, and then you can't talk and sing for like months. And I had that surgery, and I sounded like fucking a pop something when I had the surgery. I couldn't talk for a month. That was funny because I talk a lot. So people were kind of shocked when I wasn't talking suddenly. So that was funny. So there is people who sing naturally with that because you can get an operation. But if you don't get an operation, no, Roger Daltrey is a hard vocalist. He is, and he was because Roger Daltrey, he was a rock and roller. You know what I mean? He wasn't. He was a good singer. The fucking intro to CSI is fucking great. Uh, you don't get fooled again. And that's true. You don't get fooled with him. My dad played with the Who a couple of times. Not with the Who, but he played at the same venue as the Who in the old days. That was kind of funny. My dad, and I was so sad that my dad wasn't alive yesterday because playing in that venue, he would have been proud. Because me going back to this, that almost killed me. Because the music business almost killed me. Let me be honest. Going back to this business, doing it like the way I do, hard. I go all in. You see, he would have been proud. I was only high on stage. I always smoke, as I said yesterday, one joint before I go on stage. Actually, George Michael, when he was in studio, people don't know that about him. He was smoking up to 25 joints a day. But people don't get that. I actually worked with his bass player. Oh, not me, but yeah, you can say it was me. He was working at a studio in Spain. I worked with a guy called Jacob, and he worked with him, and he was around. So he was talking about that's Michael, and he told that story. He said, "Oh, just my God." I said, "He can't smoke, can he?" And he said, "Smoke. He's smoking all the time, and not cigarettes." I was like, "Whoa." He's like fucking me. Like, what the fuck? But it is what it is because some Beatles did it too. Beatles did it too. Yeah, just Michael Boy and Boy George were smokers, all right. Yeah, yeah, no doubt. And Boy George was taking it a little further, like me. That was kind of stupid because I was playing at Rock Show '95, and there he was already like on the way down. You know what I mean? Now he's on a retro kind of thing with being judged in America's Got Talent or UK Got Talent. Sorry, and he there. But I was sitting in a limo with him where he asked me if I wanted some heroin, and that's the truth. And that was in Rock Show '95. And think '95, he was going all through all that shit with Hare Krishna, and then he was on heroin, then he was taking a cold turkey. And Hare Krishna have a program for addicts. They do. Yeah, yeah, do the drugs. Yeah, and that was like, a lot of people like the guy from Depeche Mode. He was having a very, very hard time too. He was almost dying. Um, he didn't give a fuck. I read biography by him, and he and it's this. Sometimes, hey, Jabbar, what the fuck? I'm actually sitting at Doc. Doc would love this place. It's filled with silver, but these people, they worked their ass off, but it was killing them in the end. Because they are smoking, because you need some kind of stimulants before you go on. Even my guys like Nicholas Campagnol, who's like, but he can't play um, if he's got anything in his fucking body. He's one of these musicians who just is all in. He can play, and he's one of the only one I know because I said because he's playing with a quite famous dude here in Denmark, and I said to him, "But you must play a lot of concerts," and he said, "No." They don't like it at the case because he's doing too much cocaine, and he have all his friends are like. I'm not saying any bad things about his friends, but it's drug friends. And people don't want that anymore. They don't want that at shit at their fucking gig, that the venue. So people they had 18 jobs on a tour. 18. That's nothing, man. That's fucking nothing. Keith Moon, what? Yeah, that's another fucking story. Shit. Keith Moon was like, what the fuck? He was from another world. But the Keith Moon was a thing to be reckoned with because he was a talent no one had. No one. He was this big musician and nobody, I mean, but he was drinking hard. But nobody actually knew that he was like the generation's drummer, like Mitch Mitchell from Jimi Hendrix. I actually, he was like two sides, you know, 2 pages before me. I was writing Mitch Mitchell because he's got an M, I got an M. It was kind of funny. It was a very big, but you see, then you think about all these things. Even Louis Armstrong had problems. So it's all these people, man. They smoke weed back. These jazz musicians. We talked about that with yeah, Mitch Mitchell. Rest in peace. Absolutely. A childhood friend of mine, a b-boy called Nicholas Noel Redding. And you can understand he's called Nicholas Noel Redding. That means his dad is Noel Redding from Experience. And he also died. He also passed. So all the experience is gone. They were actually playing Mitch Mitchell and Noel Redding with another guitar player, like in the
early 90s. I was sitting in his apartment, Noel Redding's apartment. Not Noel Redding, but Nicholas, his son's apartment in Copenhagen. And suddenly there was a knock on the door, like unknown because he was selling weed. So he knew how to knock. You know, people knew how to knock. But it was a different knock. So we went, who the fuck is that? And we were paranoid because we ate mushrooms and all that shit. And then it was his dad. And he was like laughing as fuck because, uh, Noel Redding, he just said, "Oh, okay, you had mushrooms." Yeah, we did. And we laughed as fuck. It was funny. But he had a suit on and like was very he took the newspaper and was just sitting and reading because we were like laughing like motherfucker and asking stories about how the Jim Hendrix Experience was touring and how it was back then. We wanted to know it all, we were young. It's like, what is it, 20 years ago or something like that. But I've been around and I've met my legends, and I've been lucky to meet a lot because of my job. But they always have a crazy story. You see, and I also saw Beatles. Seeing Beatles playing in the same venue I was playing yesterday. Not the same venue because they were playing um, in the big hall. We were playing in the old, what do you call that? I don't even know what it's called. But Beatles played in that building, and to know that they're already gone, all of them almost. It's he's still alive, Ringo Starr and Paul McCartney, but George Harrison is gone, John Lennon is gone. It's like the legends alike, and that's why they're legends, and that's why they were like our forefathers. They taught us a lot. Like Beatles, we still, but in my genre, what the fuck you want to call it, my uh, playing music is my type of music is kind of not inspired by the Beatles, but there will always be some things there when you play in a band because it's the way you hype each other. It's the way you hype each other, and I had a good run yesterday, so I'm tired, and then they let me sleep. They already been working at the. So now it's back, and it's a fucking nightmare trip. I have to go home. It's I can't drive, and I won't drive, and I have no car with me, so I have to take the train. Yeah, music is awesome. Music is what it's well, as we say when we go on stage, it's only music. Remember that. We have to remember that because people like when people go to the pros, they're always fucking taking it so fucking serious. That's kind of boring. And I I am taking it serious, but when I'm on stage, I'm I don't take myself fucking serious all the time just because I do something people like. Everybody's doing something people like. Taking the garbage away, people love that. I gotta go back and I gotta smoke this finish because they live with children, all kind of good things. There are children all over in the house. I think they have three together, and one from another marriage. So that's a lot of children. Four children, five, four. I can't even remember because there's so many, but they're nice. Or maybe it's just three. Three. I can't. No, it's like the Oscar. He's playing the drums like his son. He was playing the drum yesterday with us and heard it through the grapevine, and he was playing it all through the song. That was so nice. Phil Lennon and John Bonham, yeah. Jim Morrison, John Lennon, Bob Marley. actually, I saw all these people on posters yesterday playing at the venue in the same building I was playing. And it was Bob Marley. I was shocked about that one. Uh, I don't know. I can't remember if that was outside on the day because they have a court where they cinder court. They have used that for concerts back in the days for smaller concerts. Well, as we use the park, it's just called the park. It's it plays for 50,000 people, but that's the biggest thing we can do here. 50,000. That's not even that much, but they want a big. They have some. They have a lot of these 40, 50,000 places. Oh man! But now I need some hot food. Some what the fuck do I need? Oh, there was tapas yesterday. It was so fucking nice. It tasted nice. The food was, the drink was, everything was. So, tired, but I would like to smoke some more because they're non-smokers, and they're very nice people. It's not that I'm bored or anything, but I'm used to sit, smoke, do my thing. But what? No, thank you for being here, old people. I'm just chilling, uh, walking through the town. It's been a long time since I've been here. You see, here I literally live in the gutters. I was walking around Copenhagen all day, uh, just um, being that state of mind where you just, you know, it is what it is. But it was a hard time. But I'm over it, and that's the fantastic thing. But I always meet people here, like people I haven't seen for a long time, like what the fuck people, like and some of the people I know, and they're a little like because there are something, but it is what it is. Actually, one of my friends, he was walking in fucking high heels. I was what? It's not that he's walking in high heels, but he's this rock star, and actually a band called GAD. It's kind of famous. It's been in the states too, doing some tours. Disneyland After Dark, it was called there back then. They had a hit, but that's a long time ago. That was in the '80s. But yeah, they're the biggest you can get, the biggest money can buy. And my old, I know his my old, sorry, my old drummer I played with, it's his brother, and he's walking around in high heels suddenly, all kind of weird. It is what it is. I can't even remember where I am. Oh, there's a 7-Eleven down there. I need some fucking junk. And there's a good original sushi. You know, there is this park called Flag Spa Park. That was the king's favorite place. We always say the king because the queen, she's not that. You can't be so social today. You know what I mean? It's not the same. She had to have security and all kind of shit. But the king, one of my favorite bars is here actually from back in the day. Gulf, uh, the golden, what the fuck would you call that? But it's like it's a very old school pop, you know, where the beers taste like beers and the women are like
Oh. Oh, I know where I'm gonna eat. They have wonderful food. Oriental. Oh, it tastes good. They're making the bread and all kind of shit. Uh, but you can't eat in there. Oh, I'm like a pig right now. I don't give a fuck. Oh, Copenhagen food. But here, it's a fantastic kebab. But it's not like, actually, you can get a tailor. He's a tailor and son. Actually, you can get a pretty decent suit in there. But it costs. Don't look like much, but believe me, it's land. Oh, I think I want falafel. Oh, what? Spicy. Hey, is er een piece of McCullen? Ja, sir. Nice one. It's all, man. Okay. Ja, ja. So, try to go here. Sometimes my car is weird, but they make the bread here and everything, and then you can, it's homemade. All that's nice. I have the worst hangover ever, and I've just been out. Uh, but I broke my back a year ago, so that makes me a little older. you know, that's you people, man. Yeah, I was actually playing kind of good yesterday. It was one of the good days, but um, I talked with the drummer. And we gotta go back because he's like me. He want to work. He want to sit down for like a week where we rent a a house or something and make it perfect, because being a session musician, that's something else, where you just meet and you hook up and you're just good musician and you play these numbers and it's all written down. That's kind of uh, that's not so for me. It's not that intensive. It's not that. It's like another thing, just playing covers, just do it for the money. But I go all in, even though I don't give a flying fuck, because he's making it kind of tasty. It's not exactly the same numbers. Actually, some of the numbers you can't even hear until I start singing what kind of a number it is. So he made a lot of hours into this. So I can understand he want to perfect it. I don't understand you don't want to perfect it the way we want to perfect it, because we're like a part of it. You know what I mean? And you want the best result, no matter what you do. If you build a house, you want the best result. If you build something, and if you have a business, you need to do it good. You know what I mean? So you can't just meet and think everything when you haven't been playing together for like 4 months, and you just meet up. Because I don't sit and practice all day, because I don't know if he's gonna call me again. But now I know. Uh,
Den første med yes, bare med det hele. Ja, tak. Ja. Og så bare det hele. Bare det hele, og så videre stresse. Ja. Og det første samler skib med alle sammen. Så det skal være relevant at se det. Ja, meget gerne.
I don't want to it's just too strong. No, it's not. But right now, for me, it is. Yeah, it is. I literally, but you can always perfect some things and make it better. But 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 I understand Mike, because he's sitting and he's making a fucking thing. He's been working on for a long time, and of course you don't just want to take that away and forget that, because he's been working his ass off on that shit. But when you don't know the system, when you're making tracks, it's a whole backing tracks to drums and shit, and it's kind of stupid to have a backing track when you have a drum with drums. It's kind of weird. Oh, he's making the bread. It's so nice. It smells so fucking good. When they make the bread themselves and you look in the dish and everything is fresh chopped and shit like that.
It's apparently a long way. It's very popular, and I understand it because it's good. It's just what you need when you have a hangover, and I think a lot got a hangover in this town right now. It's kind of funny. My old papa used to come every day. He's just beside here. Man, I used some money in there playing the machines, playing poker, and drinking bitters. We do that a lot. We call them, sets with a strong one with a shot and a beer, shot and a beer, shot and a beer, shot and a beer. And it's 50%, and then we fuck with this absinthe, absinthe, or what it's called. That's some green shit. But again, I haven't been there for a long time. No, check. Één Ja, het is fijn. Wieler. Little hummus, can I put it in? Little hummus. Okay, we got it. Yeah. It's over. Yes. Jeg tror faktisk, jeg har en 10 i smakken. Hej. Tror jeg. Yes. Det har jeg sgu. Det har jeg. Ja, tak. Okay, thank you. Det var lige meget. It's outside. Yes. It's actually good. I have to do like this, 2 seconds. I eat like a pig, and I don't know how he managed to get this so flat, but it looks. You see the homemade bread. The homemade bread is everything. Oh, uh, tastes good. This is like having a hangover, man. I don't know why. Must be all the cigarettes. And I'm not in form, in shape. Uh, and I wasn't doing enough up to this gig. I didn't know it was playing for so many people. But that's a bad excuse. The hummus and everything, man. Mm, it's big that Geo Jensen shit there. Very big. Actually, it's kind of funny. This is in the middle of Copenhagen, and it's actually a county. How they did that, I can't explain you. But they're getting the same uh, people who live in this. It's a commune. Sorry, that's what it is. That's like a county. It's just called kommune on Danish. And to say it's a commune, that's very wrong. But it's a county, and a county within the county is kind of fun. And it's very pricey to live here. But I must say they're doing a hell of a lot for the homeless and shit like that. When I was homeless here, uh, the place where to go at night, that was sleeping here because it was safe. No, of course there were crime and there were people like trying to get your things and shit. I don't know why people want to steal from homeless people. They always got a lot of homeless people. Some of them here in Denmark, they can earn a lot in a day. That was wild. I was losing. That was kind of funny to see. I understand why this is so fucking popular. I understand that. Hey, Doc, I'm sitting eating, man. Doc, I'm sitting with Gil Jens at the place. That's like one of the biggest silver uh, people around. He has, oh God, he's got a lot of silver, but his I can't find his fucking I don't know what to call it, expedition or what the fuck you call it. It's funny, I lived here for 20 years, but there's happened so much in 20 years. It's bigger, it's better, it's more clean, and they have a whole new metro system, even though they have one, but that was an old school one, like a subway thing. But now they got this metro. It's fast as fuck, and there's no one to drive it and shit. So it's cheap in the long run. cheap as fuck. And it's fast. You can literally go here from Christiania to Christiania. That's where you can buy hash. Of course, I think distance that way. That's about from one end of the town to the other, and you can do that so quick because it goes under. It takes like no time. It's quick as fuck.
Have a nice day.
Mm. Sorry, but these tablets don't make a grown man like like full. It tastes very good, and it actually got me full. But you're hungry as fuck the day after because it tastes good, so good. And this here was the perfect choice. You see, $10 for a fucking homemade meal. Or homemade, but it tasted homemade because it was made from the bottom. I gotta show you this in a minute. It's kind of funny. Hummus all over. See, people, this is a Danish pub. How much is that? But you can't see how old it is inside. It's sad. I would love to go in there. But the problem is I get thirsty if I go in places like that. This is literally my old hood. Oh, oh shit. There's one of the biggest Italian restaurants. Actually, there's very good food here. I'm food. I'm talking about food all the time. I'm high as a kite. I smoke very strong spliff. Let me be honest. Um, like I always do. So I don't think anyone is surprised. Oh, match is smoking. Oh, that was new to me. No, but I smoke this strong shit. It's so fucking sticky, you can't get it out of your fucking hands. And I was sitting and then one of the kids said, "Hey, Uncle Matt, what's that?" Oh, that's they looked at me, the parents, Uh, oh no, that was yesterday. Yeah, that was yesterday. It's kind of funny. Uh, but I roll it up all the time, and it's very sticky, so it sits close to your hands. It's very irritating, to be honest with you. But it's like she bangs. It's like bam. It's literally very oh, these are good. Oh, cup noodles, my ass. I hope you're good, everybody. Had a good weekend and shit like that. Especially, yeah, all of you. Look, I'm glad we didn't go with this spicy tuna or something like that. Actually, I could eat a donut. Så her, og så skal jeg have to donut, men kan jeg ikke få en med Oreo, så en med karamel? Er det ikke også lige 20 kroner? Ja, og så en med karamel. Dime, eller hvad står? Der, oh. Ja. Yes. Nej, tak. I lige måde. Men jeg skal lige have nogle cigaretter også. 20 Camel. Ja. Gul, almindelig. Ja. Nej, tak. Yes. Tak. $10 for fucking cigarettes. That's $10. That's ridiculous. For a fucking packet of cigarettes. What the fuck? That's like weird. Oh, the Metro is down. No, but where the fuck am I going? Oh, I come from there. I come from there. I can't even remember. Actually, I lived down there. I can remember. Actually, I remember good now. It's just I live down this street, um, and there's a park both in there, and if you go the other way, there's a big park here. There's a hospital also. I always sit with a little water. There's a little cozy water fountain. It's more to in the summertime. It's like a good place to walk over if you're like warm as fuck. But no, man, what's up? I gave a cool crush. I don't. I don't. Is that yeah? Mental weed. Mental weed. Is that good? I sometimes. I must admit when I've been out touring or something, we didn't have like a cigarette place where we could buy cigarettes. We were out in the summer, area in summer houses, and it was winter time, so all the shops was closed. So we bought these cigarettes, and some were smoking menthol, and it was always the menthol cigarettes that was back, that was left. So we sometimes mixed hash with menthol cigarettes, but that doesn't take that good. But this is actually this was made when I was born. 50 years old, and I'm 50. And it was watermelon. It tastes fucking good. Especially if you got a hangover or too much cigarette. I don't think you get hangover of booze. Literally, I don't. Yeah, of course, you do a little. But, as I remember when I had a big hangover, if I was partying all night, you know, it was this feeling I had, like I have now. I thought I was getting, water in my hand. No, uh, but I just wanted to say hi and say it all went fine in the end yesterday. I was a little nervous because I didn't know it was. I thought it was something in my mind. It was at home, a cozy kind of party. I thought that because he was talking about jam sessions and all kind of weird things. But come to see that it was a very serious party with very fine guests, I may say, very nice people, a lot of good people. Yeah, blunts. Yeah, 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 yeah. We don't smoke them like blunts here. You can't buy uh, the cigar or what you call it, the honey, shit, and watermelon taste and all kind of weird shit. But it's not. There's not that many Danish people who smokes them. I don't know why. Some of the rappers do, but rock and roll is just big joints, very big joints with 2 grams of hashes in them, and like the thick smoking paper with the carpet. I could make one right now actually, but here, yeah, I could. I don't give a fuck. But here, it's actually the baddest place to make it in Copenhagen, I think, because it is a what they call it. It's a place for people who like don't like crime, pay a little extra to live a good place. And I can't see no harm in that, to be honest with you. Yeah, the fucking Red Bull that's talking about, is it? No. Uh, but I've been, you see, back in the day when I was in Copenhagen, I couldn't walk here without thinking about going to into the street. There's a street, red light district. The red light district was my whole life. That was where I lived. That was where I was hustling, doing my thing. And back in the days, I couldn't be in Copenhagen and have money on my card without going there. To be honest with you, and just not going there for me, that's a victory in itself. Because it's your money. You think you have a lot of money on you, but when you will go down that street, you're poor as fuck. Because it's like people come from all over Europe to this fucking street. Uh, and Amsterdam is like that too. But Copenhagen and Amsterdam is like the most uh, like with drugs. People don't look at it so bad. You can't sell it. You can't sell it big time, but actually there's a lot of people doing it. So they police look at that, look at this way, harm reduction. If oh, there's some guitars. I have to go and take a look. Um, know what I mean with that? That is the fucking Red Bull I was talking about. You see, this was back in the day where you couldn't buy Red Bull in Denmark. You could buy them in these weird Chinese bottles. It's standing in Thailand, Thai. It's kind of funny. I didn't know there exist anymore. That there still were. So you can see there's people smoking joints. It is a place where you smoke and shit like that. So I'm not wrong by saying I could roll a joint here. I know my camera, but I'm tired and I'll end this. I've been on over an hour. It's been good. Yeah, yeah. Actually, red light districts is is if you have an addiction and you're going down to a red light district, you're poor. um, I can go down there now. I don't give a fuck, but it's not that. But I don't. Why should I go there? I don't have anything to do there. Look at the same old shit I've been looking at for like fucking almost 10 years in a row every fucking day. Nah, I ain't doing that. There's so many other ways you can have a good time than going down to this red light district where people just are fucked up all the fucking time. Like 24/7. No rest, no fucking anything. It's weird. But again, it is what it is. So, I got a long travel ahead of me. And that's weird. It's just a small country, and it takes forever to come to. Oh, that was a smart school. It was called Bolts. That was I think it's one of these electric scooters where you actually drive kind of fast. I gotta shake this dime thing, this donut. It's okay. I had to have some sweet. I was sugar cold, and I even said it yesterday. There's there was this thing I talked with the people on about this Janet chick uh, being in her stream. People didn't understand it because they say that, and and I'm not going. I was just up there to show Tommy respect because I wanted to show Tommy that I want to work with him in taking these frauds UK people down. There's no Mr. Unknown has done so much shit to Tommy, and that's why I understood him. But I don't think I'm going back there. It's not a place for me. It's too much drama. But I'd like to help Tommy behind the scenes with some shit. But it's not to say that I'm out of it or anything. But Tommy, I fuck with Tommy. I like Tommy. So, but I'm I'm enjoying. I'm not a banger type. I don't yell at people or say fuck you or that kind. Yeah, sometimes I do if I'm really, really. Yeah, Tommy is a good man. Tommy is a very good man, and that's why I like him a lot. And I saw him over at Janice, and I respect because they were talking bad things about his dead mom. Yeah, Tommy Guns. Uh, and they were talking shit about his mom who just passed. She was just in the grave, and they, or burned, or what she was, and they was just talking shit about her. That's distasteful. That's so under the belly. That it hurts, It's and that's why I went over to that girl Janice there, you know, to say that I support Tommy. But sometimes you shouldn't dance with the devil. Yeah, there are scumbags, but dog again. But Janet, she's weird too. I've been trying to watch, but there's too much of coolness going on still. Suddenly they're she's calling people mother, and yeah, yeah. But I'm not going there again, dog, because the wife is not for me. I will help Tommy behind the scenes in another way. I'll try to go on Mr. No, try to. Uh, yeah, mildly. Yeah, it is. we They're sent by the Heavenly Father and all kind of weird shit. What the fuck? So no, I don't trust a woman who said I was a pedophile and all that shit. I don't. And I said I took her apology, but it was like I thought it was from something else. Because can't take the pedophilia thing back. You can't. When you call a man that, you're able to say anything about this man. Because the father. But it was like that, dog. You remember when she was, I'm sent by the Heavenly Father. And who just the Heavenly Father sent? Messiah. I don't know if she means she's an angel or I don't know. But I know this. I want to help time with these scumbags, these English motherfuckers. I know Dog wants to. Yeah, you remember when she cried and all that? And Fran was suddenly the fucking water. Um, and Fran said it good yesterday that she went from this dream to this dream. I got nothing against her. She's not harming me in any way or any means. But I think Tommy should take care of himself and be careful. But I know he wanted these English motherfuckers down. He wanted them down. This Brian's a hurl motherfucker, stealing from dying kids. And there's no taking back from that. That was in the news and everything, I think. I can't remember, but I think that. More like demon, yeah. From the different toilet bowl from the hell. Yeah. What's the time? It's 3 o'clock. There almost already been 1,000 bikes running this way, just this way, and that's not even a very used spot. But kind of funny. But that people are more riding along the oh behind you know the back streets. Taking like these guys. They're going. I saw them over there driving in. Man, I was sugar cold. But yeah, Tommy, man, he's tired of Brian Squirt with his niggas down with his pants. But I don't think Tommy he should be. I understand when it's one when my mom just passed and Dose was saying she could suck his dick. Whoa! I was I could have ripped him apart with my own hands. Find a lump of his fucking chin and spread it wide open. That is how mad I was. I was so mad. My mama just passed and he said that she could suck his dick. His fucking dick. First and foremost, what he's got, that's called a pee-pee. You know? So, but anyway, you don't talk. And that's why Tommy, I think he's so mad. Because they touched him a spot, when you talk about something that's maybe he's been struggling with, and it's a case that's so old. They're old. Everybody had an altercation with their mom. Everybody. I don't know care who you are. You've had to have some kind of discussion with your mom. You're bound to. Uh, it is what it is. Tastes good with watermelon in. Watermelon. I'm not. It's kind of a funny flavor. I can't find out it's too synthetic or it's like okay. But now I'm eating donuts and shit, so it's sugar. It's just there goes the paper, but it's paper. It's not plastic. The wind took it. I think my friend says I can get worried. It was vodka. I thought it was something else. Uh, but kind of funny. My old pub is right there. Oh, it tastes good in there. It's one of the best Italian restaurants in all of Copenhagen. in all of Copenhagen. Then they have this small Italian shop down there. But it's cold, man. It's literally cold as fuck. So I have to do like this. Fuck. Do like this. God damn, it's cold. Typical fucking October in Denmark. Or what it is. And the weather was so nice yesterday. There's the hospitals is there. I've been in there. And if you go down to this red light, I live just to the right. I lived there for a minute actually. 13 years or something like that. And I don't, it's not that it's, yeah, it is kind of a new street. It is. But there's always been a street here that's not been renovated and shit like that. You see its old apartment there. But it's all good. But I hope you all feel very well this day. I'm going back to get some power on my phone. But there it is, Gail Jensen. But there come people from China and go down there and buy a lot of silver statues and all the. It's not called porcelain. It's called pottery or something like that. It's the royal. It's the queen that makes some of it and shit like that. See, it looks like nothing, but it costs like a lot to live here. CBS behind me over there. It's kind of funny when the taxis drive us down here. Then they yell at us because there's no road to go through. There was this taxi driver yesterday. But y'all can't get through here. No, you have to go back, we said. Yeah, but I don't want to. It was very bad. It was kind of funny. But I don't want to. I don't think there's something called that. But at this motherfucker, I'm going into Michael and Srini, and my phone is dying very quickly too. I know, don't know what it's infected with, but something it is infected with. It's irritating. I can't find that little shop. Backyard. That's his house. He's got a studio downstairs with all kind of equipment. And he's got 2 stairs. That's 10 million. 10.7 million. It's a lot of dough. See you people.